Hi, my name is Ian Lack and welcome to my reflection video blog over the informative speech. I do have kind of the prompt for this assignment, so I'm going to be going over some of the questions on there, but let's get started. Number one, what was the specific purpose of this speech project and why was it included in our course? I think that in particular the informative speech was included at the beginning of our curriculum because it kind of set up a really good precursor to all of the other speeches that we're going to be doing. So like the persuasive speech, that kind of gave a really good precursor to all of the other speeches that we're going to be doing. How did you feel going into this speech presentation and why? I was a bit apprehensive at first about how exactly everything was supposed to look and work while we were making the speech presentation. I wasn't really sure like where to find sources and like how to record ourselves properly and upload and everything, but I think that the class kind of gave a lot of good material on how to do everything, so I think I got by pretty well. Did you experience speaker anxiety and why? What could you do to reduce speaker anxiety next time you give a presentation? I think that I practiced way too much. I was just really concerned with like making sure that I memorized like every line almost, and I was just kind of going over it and over and over it, and I think that in the future what I should really be doing is just kind of looking over the prompt and then just giving the speech so that I don't like work myself up too much. Was your technology adequately prepared? Like I said before, yeah, I had kind of issues like wondering, okay, how exactly is this going to work? But I did find like microphones and my iPad here, and so I was able to record very well and very easily and get everything uploaded pretty well. In terms of structure and organization, for example, what element felt natural to you? What felt odd? Why? In terms of structure and organization, I'd really gravitated towards the outlining portion of everything, kind of like the introductions and the conclusions and like all of the attention grabbers. I kind of gravitated towards that in preparing everything. Number 6, how did you consider your audience when developing your speech? The truth is I actually didn't really consider my audience a whole lot. I just kind of said what was kind of on my mind. Like I just said what was interesting to me and I had researched all of that, but I think in the future what I should be looking at is what would interest not just me but also my audience as well, and I think that that would give a lot more of a better speech. Number 7, what did you do in your speech that worked? What didn't work? What didn't work in particular was me just going on and on and on and not being very aware of my time limit. I think that I should really simplify things down in the future and just keep it nice and cohesive and a lot shorter in the future so that I can just get a basic point across. In at least 4 to 5 sentences, connect to your learned experiences in the class readings, your learned experiences to the class readings and concepts. So I actually have this right here, page 136 and 137 actually it kind of starts on, is the speaking outline. And I had kind of used this a lot, this section in particular when going over like a lot of the things that we had to do in our actual outline for the informative speech, because I think that it had a lot of really good details on everything to do with like introductions and conclusions and transitions and all of the things like that and all of the attention grabbers. And so I had really been drawn to this, and especially actually on page 139 they have this really good example outline for an informative speech, and they give like a lot of the really good details on how to do things with that. And so yeah, that was my reflection blog to the informative speech. Thank you all for listening.